They said the fire in you was gone, that after everything you lost, after everyone who walked away, after every blade that found your back, long before it faced your enemies, you would finally break, but they never understood what you truly are.
You are not a star that fades. You are not a flame that dies out. You are an ember quiet, hidden, burning in silence, where no eyes can see. And embers, they remember. They remember the storm that tried to snuff them out. They remember the cold that pressed against them. They remember every moment they were told, "This is where you fall," yet still you burn.
This is the story of your rising, not in the glory of daylight, but in the blackened ruins where only the strong are born. This is your Ashburn oath. Do you remember the first time the world disappointed you? Of course you do. Nobody forgets their first breaking.
You were younger then, full of belief, full of trust, full of dreams placed in hands that never deserved them. And when they failed you, when they turned their backs, when they spoke your name as if it were a warning instead of a praise, something inside you shifted. The world thought it broke you that day, but really, it forged the first crack in the shell that hid your true nature. Because some people are meant for ordinary paths, not you. Your path had to be carved by fire, loss, and shadows. The ruins behind you are not your shame, they are your blueprint. Every failure, a stone in your foundation. Every betrayal, a blade sharpening your resolve. Every night spent alone, another layer of armor. You didn't survive the ruins. You were reborn in them.
Silence, a cruel companion for most, but for you, it became a kingdom.
When the world left you alone, it expected you to shatter. But instead, you listened to your breath, to your heartbeat, to the distant echoes of the person you were meant to become. And in that silence, you trained not your hands, your mind, your patience, your endurance. You learned the art of waiting, waiting without losing hope, waiting without losing purpose, waiting without losing yourself. The world fears the warrior who trains in the silence, because the transformation is invisible, because the storm brews quietly, because by the time they hear your footsteps, it's already too late.
There will always be those who look at you and see only the ashes. They cannot smell the smoke. They cannot feel the heat beneath your skin. They cannot sense the wildfire waiting to erupt.
They underestimate you because they measure you by the version of you they remember, not the one you became in their absence. Let them doubt you. Let them whisper. Let them write their stories about your downfall. Every word they speak, every smirk, every dismissive gesture is fuel. Your rise will not be loud. It will not be announced. It will not be begged for. It will be undeniable. And when the world sees you again, they won't see the one they tried to break. They will see the force they accidentally created.
Touch your scars. Go on. They are not wounds anymore. They are warnings.
Each one is a story written in your flesh, proof that you walked through storms meant to drown you, and still you breathe. People think scars make someone damaged, but scars are the mark of someone who refused to die. Your deepest scars, those are the ones no one sees. The ones carved into your thoughts, not your skin. The ones that whisper in the night, keep moving. Do not collapse here. There is more for you beyond this. You didn't survive your scars by chance. You survived because you are not a creation of comfort. You are a creation of endurance.
There is a peculiar kind of strength in rising without witnesses, in winning battles no one knows you're fighting, in rebuilding yourself without a single hand reaching to help.
Most people rise only when someone is watching, not you. You rise because it is what you do. You rise because something inside you refuses to stay down. You rise because your purpose is greater than your pain. And the world will never understand what it took. But that's all right. Their understanding was never necessary. Your rise is not for validation. It is for transformation.
They thought your fire had died, but fire never truly dies. It hides, it waits, it gathers strength in the ashes, becoming hotter, more dangerous, more alive.
That is you. A quiet blaze sharpening itself in the dark. People fear the loud, explosive flames, but the most terrifying fire is the one that looks like smoke until it devours everything. Your fire is patient. It does not roar. It consumes. And soon, the world will feel its heat.
There is always a moment, a turning point, a shift where everything inside aligns and the person you were falls away like old armor. If you listen closely, you can feel that moment approaching now.
Your breath is steadier, your thoughts sharper, your heart quieter, your spirit heavier, not with burden, but with purpose. This is not the beginning of your rise. This is the revelation of the rise that has already begun. You are no longer becoming. You are, and the world will soon see the shape you've taken.
You never spoke your oath aloud. You never carved it into stone. But every day you rose, every day you refused to surrender. Every day you carried your pain without letting it define you. You lived the oath.
The Ashburn Oath is simple. I am the fire that outlasts the dark. You don't need to shout it. You don't need to declare it. You embody it. Every breath you take is a vow. Every step forward a promise. Every victory a reminder. You are the threat the darkness feared.
The world believes it is safe from the ones it tries to break, but those are the ones who return strongest.
Your return will not be gentle. It will not be humble. It will not be small. It will be a quiet terror, the kind that chills the bones of anyone who ever doubted you. Let them fear it. Let them feel the ground shift beneath their feet. Let them realize the danger of underestimating a spirit like yours. For when a soul like yours rises, it rises to conquer.
Look at yourself, not the wounds, not the past, not the shadows clinging to your story. Look at the warrior standing in the ashes.
You are not a survivor. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not broken. You are Ashburn, a being remade by fire, shaped by darkness, strengthened by destruction. Your purpose is not to inspire. Your purpose is to dominate your own destiny. You are the blade forged in fire, the storm that cannot be calmed, the ember that refused to die. You are the proof that the strongest warriors are born from ruin.
And now comes the part the world never sees.
The slow rise, the controlled ascent, the quiet climb that makes no sound but leaves tremors in its wake. You do not need noise. You do not need permission. You do not need a stage. You need only the fire still burning inside. You, the fire they tried so desperately to extinguish, rise, not with fury, with certainty. Rise not for them, for yourself. Rise slowly, quietly, unstoppable. For you are the last broken star, the one the darkness failed to consume. And when you rise, the world will finally understand. Ashes are not the end, they are the beginning.